Hi, welcome to the Start 3D Modeling channel, and in this video I will show you how to design such a part in Onshape on a tablet. I am using an iPad for this, but Onshape also has an Android app, so we can also run Onshape on Android tablets. And what's more, Onshape is a professional 3D CAD system running from a web browser, and this is its main version. The main version of Onshape is this browser version. However, the mobile version for iPad or Android tablets is also a fully fledged 3D CAD system in which we can create our own 3D models. If you would like to test Onshape, I am including a link to Onshape in the description below this video. And Onshape is a commercial paid 3D CAD system, but it also has a free version that can be used for non-commercial applications. It can be used for learning. However, you must know that projects created in this version are publicly available, but if you just want to learn how to create your own 3D models, or you are making something for yourself, for example for 3D printing, then I think Onshape can be an interesting option, especially if you are looking for software that works on tablets or on a weaker computer. Onshape is a cloud-based system, so you don't need powerful hardware to use this program. What is important is a fairly stable internet connection. Okay, I will now go to a new project, and here we will start by creating a sketch on the top plane. I select this plane and click the pencil icon so as to create a sketch on this plane. I click the eye icons next to the front and right planes so as to turn off the visibility of these planes. And I do a double tap, and here I select the View, Normal to Sketch Plane option. Now I select the Rectangle Drawing command, and I define the first corner of the rectangle at the origin point of the coordinate system, and I define the second corner of the rectangle freely. Now I select the dimensioning command, I click on the longer side of the rectangle, and here as the length of the side of the rectangle I enter 60 millimeters. Simply when the dimension appears, click on this dimension and enter the value 60. The dimensioning command is still active, so I click on the second side of the rectangle, then I click on the dimension, and here is the dimension value for now. Let's enter 30. Later we will return to this sketch and adjust this dimension. Now I click on the dimensioning command to cancel this command, and I change the position of this dimension so that it doesn't obscure the sketch. And now I expand the commands next to the text command, and we have the sketch fillet command here. We select this command and I click on the first corner of the sketch, and here as the radius value I enter 5 millimeters. I confirm this and click on the remaining corners so as to add fillets in the remaining corners. I click on the sketch fillet command to cancel this command. And now I select the circle drawing command. I expand the commands next to the rectangle and select the center point circle command. And I draw a circle anywhere. I simply indicate the center point of the circle and a point on the circumference of the circle. I select the dimensioning command. I click on the circle, click on the dimension, and here as the circle diameter I enter 4 millimeters. I confirm this choice. And now I click on the center point of the circle and click on the side of the rectangle. And here I click on the dimension, and as the dimension value I also enter 4 millimeters. I cancel the dimensioning command, and I would like the center of the circle to lie on the center of the rectangle. And we can do this in such a way that I select the center of the circle and drag this center of the circle. Here I just accidentally selected other geometries, so I now do a double click to deselect all geometries. Here I select the center of the circle and grab this center. Okay, there are a few other geometries here, so first I will move the dimension. Okay, I do a double click to deselect everything. I select the center of the circle and grab this center of the circle. Now I can move the center of the circle and I hover over this line, over the side of the rectangle. And when such a symbol appears here, it is a symbol indicating that if I let go of the stylus now, the center of the circle will lie in one horizontal line with the center point of this line. And here a constraint was automatically applied. I do a double click to deselect all geometries and we have such a keychain base. I accept the sketch. And now based on this area I create a solid using the extrude operation to a height of 3 millimeters. I click here on the field where we define the solid height and I enter 3. I confirm and I confirm this operation. Next we will create another sketch. We will create a sketch on this face. I select this face and select sketch creation. double tap and I select the View Normal to Sketch Plane option. And now I select the Text Creation command. And here we must define the frame in which we will create the text. I click 2, random points in the workspace, and here we enter the text that we will place on this model. I enter Onshape here. As for the font, we have a limited number of fonts that are available. I choose the default font here and check the text bolding option and confirm this text. And we have something like this. This text sticks out a bit beyond the model, but we will fix that in a moment. And so at the beginning we cancel the text creation command. Now I select this point and slightly adjust the dimension of this text. Okay, now I cannot adjust the dimension because first we must preliminarily define the position of this text. So let's do it in such a way that first I deselect all geometries, select the dimensioning command, and select this line and select the edge of the solid. And here as the distance I will enter, for example, 9 millimeters. Okay, I confirm this and now I cancel the dimensioning command. I select this point and now I can slightly change the height of this text. The position also changes, but we can adjust this position. And here it is important that we don't hover over any geometry because an automatic constraint will be applied. I will do it preliminarily in such a way. Okay, we have something like this. Deselect all geometries. And now I select the dimensioning command. I select this line and here as the dimension I will enter, for example, 45 millimeters. Okay, and at this moment, as you can see, this base that we created is a bit too big. That's why for now I confirm this sketch. We will return to this sketch later and I click the 3 dots next to the first sketch and select the edit option. And now I double click on the dimension 30 and here this dimension to 15. I confirm this dimension. I confirm this sketch. Okay, now I click on the 3 dots next to the second sketch. I go to editing this sketch. Okay. I grab some geometry and drag this bit onto this plate, but in such a way as not to apply an automatic constraint. And here, as you can see, this text sticks out a bit beyond the frame. So if we define it in such a way so that, for example, the center of this text, that is, for example, the center of this line lies on the center of the solid, then the distance between the bottom part of the letter P and the bottom edge of the keychain base will be greater than the distance between the top edge of the letter H and the top edge of the keychain. That's why here we will do it a bit differently. I double click to deselect all geometries. I select the dimensioning command and select the top frame of the text and select the top edge of the solid. And here as the distance I will enter, for example, 2.5 millimeters. I confirm this, and it seems to me that such a position will be fairly okay, but I will still check how it will look. If I change the dimension 2.5, I double click on the dimension 2.5, and I will enter the value 3 here. Okay, this is probably a bit better, and we can also change the dimension 45 to 47. And now I will return to editing the dimension 3, and I will return here to the value 2.5. And I think that it is. Okay, I double click to deselect all geometries. We will leave it like this. I confirm the sketch. And now based on these letters, we will create another fragment of the solid only here. As you can see, now I cannot select these letters. That is why I double click outside the geometries to deselect everything. I select the extrude operation and here we have the active field for indicating the areas based on which we will create another fragment of the solid. And one by one I select the letters so as to create another fragment of the solid based on these letters. And here as the height I enter 1 millimeter. I confirm this. I confirm this operation and we have something like this. And this way we created such a solid. And such a solid you can, for example, export to the step format or to the STL format, and you can prepare a program for a 3D printer based on this solid. To do this, click in the bottom left corner on Part Studio. Select Export and here define the file name. Define the format in which you want to save the file. And after clicking the export button, the file will be exported, and based on this file, you will be able to make a print on a 3D printer. And as I said at the beginning, if you want to try Onshape, in the description below this video, I am including a link to Onshape.